Now, drought in Maharashtra this year is no doubt serious, but is it a natural calamity or a self-made drought? If the government's to be believed, well, it's the worst they're facing in the last 40 years. But experts opine that it is simply foolish to compare the drought of an underdeveloped state of 1972 to the Maharashtra of today, one of the country's highly developed state, ironically still craving for water. Imtiaz Jalil reports.
ये जो सूखा है लगातार दूसरे साल होने की वजह से ज्यादा इसकी तीव्रता है।
गंभीर है और इस समय लोगों का सहयोग की आवश्यकता है।
This was Maharashtra in the summer of 1972, one of its worst drought ever, when it had virtually no dams. And yet, after building more than 1800 mega dams since 1972, the highest in the country, this is the Maharashtra today, in the middle of another drought. The politicians claim that the reason for this is not failure of dams, because 2013 is a worse drought than 1972 because of poor rainfall. But in fact, it's now clear that barring two districts, it's rained more in 2013 than in 1972.
The rainfall has been consistently more than what it was in 1972. We also have to keep in mind that between these 40 years, we've spent lakhs of crores on irrigation projects, especially in these droughted areas. Most of these projects have a 0% life storage capacity right now.
In 1972, there were hardly any dams in Maharashtra. But by 2013, the state has the highest number of big dams or mega water projects. So what are the reasons for this? For one, area under sugarcane in Maharashtra was 1,67,000 hectares in 1970, going up to 10 times more to 10,22,000 hectares in 2011-12. A crop that takes 6 times more water than any other crop, but is still growing as it's linked to the political masters of the state who run sugar factories. Most of the dams in the drought-affected districts have been planned badly, which is why hardly any water to suffice the tough summer months. There has also been large-scale diversion of water away from farming.
Mr. Pawar's High Power Committee transferred about 1,983 million cubic meter of water from what was given to agriculture to the other users. Had it not been done, this 13 to 15% of additional land under irrigation would have saved Maharashtra from the drought.
While 1972 drought could be called a natural calamity, 2012-13 drought is a man-made disaster. But for lawmakers and contractors, a good drought means more funds without any proper checks on how and where they are spent. Perhaps reason why Maharashtra just doesn't want to stop this business of drought. In Pune, Imtiaz Jalil for NDTV.